welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the work of Bernard Lietaer, someone who looked at the one thing that touches every part of our lives, money, and dared to ask some really fundamental questions. He saw it as more than just cash or credit. He saw it as a powerful, invisible force that literally designs the world we live in. So, let's start with the big question that really drove all of his work. Why does money have this almost magical hold on us? On our dreams, our fears, our societies? He argued that if you only look at it through the lens of economics, you're missing the most important part of the story. It goes way deeper, right into our collective psychology. You see, Lietaer believed that our current financial system is suffering from a kind of sickness, a deep imbalance, and to even begin to understand it, he said we have to look past the stock market tickers and spreadsheets and really examine the hidden assumptions built into our money. To make his point, he used this amazing map from the philosopher Ken Wilber. Now, look at this. We spend almost all of our time focused on the right side here, the external stuff, like economic behavior and political systems. But Lietaer's huge insight was that the real action, the stuff we almost completely ignore, is over here on the left side, how money secretly shapes our individual psychology and our entire culture. And here's the core of the problem he identified. Our whole global system is built on just one kind of money, a single centralized currency that has interest baked into it. And what does that do? By its very design, it forces us to compete with each other. It creates a constant feeling of scarcity, that there's never enough to go around. It's a system that basically pays you to hoard money, not to connect with your community. Now, what's so brilliant about his analysis is that he didn't see this as a battle of good versus evil. He saw it as a problem of balance. He used these powerful archetypes to explain it. Our national currency has a yang, or masculine energy. It's competitive, it's centralized, but it's missing its counterpart. It's missing the yin, or feminine side of the equation, a type of money that would actually foster cooperation and be rooted in community.
So, if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, this brings us to Lietaer's truly groundbreaking vision. It's not about destroying the old system, it's about bringing it into wholeness by adding the missing piece.
The idea is to create a much more resilient, much more human-centered system by introducing a second type of currency that runs alongside our national ones. The goal is to create a true financial yin and yang, where you have a space for the competitive drive needed for global trade, but also a protected space for cooperation to flourish at the community level. This diagram just lays it out so perfectly. On one side, you have the world we all know. The national currency fuels competition and builds financial capital. It's great for efficiency. But on the other side, you introduce a complementary currency. Its whole purpose is different. It's designed to fuel cooperation and build social capital. You know, the actual trust and relationships that make a community strong and able to weather any storm. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds nice, but is it just some philosopher's dream? Not even close. Lietaer was quick to point out that these systems aren't just theoretical. They've been tested and they work. So what's the secret sauce that makes these currencies work so differently? A lot of them use a clever feature called demurrage. The easiest way to think about it is like a hot potato. The money has a tiny holding fee, so it loses a little bit of value if you just sit on it. This creates a powerful incentive to keep it moving, to spend it back into the local community. It encourages circulation, not hoarding.
And the proof is in the pudding. Just look at the legendary Virgil experiment in Austria during the Great Depression. They introduced a currency with demurrage, and in just over a year, they practically wiped out unemployment and rebuilt their town. And that spirit lives on today in thousands of systems all over the world, from local exchange trading systems to time banks.
And this wasn't just some fringe movement that fizzled out. Just look at this chart. It shows the incredible exponential growth of these systems in the late 20th century. That curve tells a story. It's the story of a growing hunger for economic tools that actually put community and cooperation first.
All right, so all of this builds to one final, really profound point. Lietaer's work isn't just about tinkering with financial systems, it's about asking us to completely redefine what we consider to be valuable in the first place.
And that's what it all comes down to. He challenged us to see that true wealth isn't the number in your bank account. The real wealth of a nation, the real wealth of a person, is the strength of their relationships, the health of their community. These complementary currencies, they're just a tool, a powerful tool, to help us start building that kind of wealth again.
So the ultimate takeaway from Bernard Lietaer's incredible life's work is this. Money is not a force of nature. It's not like gravity. It's a human invention. It's just an agreement. And because we invented it, we have the power to change it, to redesign it to serve our highest values. And that leaves us with the real question, the one we all have to answer. What kind of world do we want our money to build?